Let's talk about the Caverns Below. This is a freaking mini game. I guess that kind of any deck creation is a mini game. You're trying to figure out the best possible combination of cards, but this one in particular is just incredibly interesting. First off, because it takes cards that had little to no value beforehand. Cards like Gadgetzan Ferryman, the Brewmasters, any of the other bounce cards. Shadow Step did see some play, probably a lot of play, but now it has even more value. But a bunch of those other cards, Vanish included, did not see play. And now there is not just an advantage, but or not just an incentive, but a huge incentive to play them. So the quest, play 4 minions with the same name. All those tools that I mentioned earlier help you complete that quest. Your reward is the Crystal Core. The Crystal Core costs 5 and reads, for the rest of the game, your minions have a stat line of 5/5. I believe that someone like Van Cleef starts off as a 5/5 and then still gets his bonus of +2/+2 for every minion or every card that you played previous to him. But I'm not sure. The obvious downside to this card is that it costs 5. So you're going to lose tempo playing the quest. You are then going to lose tempo mid-game playing the Crystal Core. So it would have to have a ridiculous advantage for you to be able to come back from that, because that's a couple fairly big tempo losses. It might, the Crystal Core might be enough to get you back into the game. A list of those cards that benefit from the completion of the Crystal Core quest is insane. So you want to look for low-cost minions and just jump to your 0-cost. Wisp is a 0-cost 5/5. And then look at all of your 1-cost. You have Angry Chicken, becomes a 10/5 if it takes any damage. Argent Squire, 5/5 with Divine Shield. Dragon Egg is a 5/5 that summons other 5/5s whenever it takes damage. That seems ridiculous. Any of the pirates are going to do what they do. Like Swashbuckler is going to pull a card. This could be a 5/5 with charge. They also pull Patches out of your deck, which is a 5/5 with charge. And the ridiculous thing about this deck archetype is that normally as a rogue, or normally if you're running Patches, you want to play Patches on turn 1. So you want to pull out that 1 with charge right away to get as much value as you can early before he gets removed. I think that the right way to play this is to save your pirates for later. So you try to complete the quest as fast as you can, and then drop a 5/5 that pulls a 5/5 with charge out of your deck. So that alone makes this interesting, that this quest can give you so much late game value that you don't want the early value of freaking Patches. Like, that is such a turnaround in my mind that the puzzle really has me thinking. Some of the others, Stone Tusk Boar is just a 5/5 with charge. Also, any of the cards that give you a card when you play them. So Defias Ringleader, any of the Tide Hunters that give you another minion when you play them. That's 2 5/5s for the cost of 2. Worgen Infiltrator is a 5/5 stealth. It just keeps going and going and going. Blood Mage Thalamus, any of the cards that give you a card, slight card advantage. So Runic Egg, Loot Hoarder, Novice Engineer, all of those become huge. Fairy Dragon is now a 5/5 that cannot be targeted by spells. That seems pretty strong too. When I really think about it though, I think what you're going to try to look at, what you're going to try to look for, is particular cards that will make it easy to complete the conditions of the quest, and also that will benefit largely from the quest when you complete it. So it wouldn't really matter when you draw that card. You can draw it early and help you complete the quest. You can draw it late and gain large benefit from the quest. So the Tide Hunters really seem strong in that respect. You can just run a Murloc Shell, the Rogue Murloc Shell, and also throw in the new Murloc card. He is, forgot his name, Primal Fin Lookout. So he costs 3. He's a 3/2 Murloc. Battlecry. If you control another Murloc, discover a Murloc. So if you're running a Murloc Shell, chances are you're going to be able to pull a Murloc that you already have. And that's going to get you one step closer to playing that fourth copy of a card and actually completing the quest. Between Primal Fin and some of the other tools like Shadow Step, Gadgetzan Ferryman, completing the quest, not all that difficult. You might not get it right away, but you should be able to eventually by around mid-game. Once you've done that, then you can start having fun. Let's look at gang up on patches. Probably not the best strategy, but imagine summoning a whole bunch of 5/5s directly from your deck and attacking your opponent's face. Monroes also comes to mind. You know, a 5/5 stealth that spawns you a 5/5 every single turn for the rest of the game. It's like okay value. I mean, it's not the best you could get. Oh wait, no, it is. It is the best you could possibly get as far as a value card. Yes, infinite 5/5s for the rest of the game. Holy criminy. Also, I want to point out that when you make a deck list, you want to focus on Battlecry rather than deathrattle. You're going to have a lot of bounce effects with Gadgetzan Ferryman, with Shadow Step, things like that. So your Battlecry effects are going to trigger a lot more than your deathrattle effects are. So keep that in mind whenever you're making the list. And that is it for Caverns Below. I am so excited about this card. I usually never play Rogue, but I think I'm going to have to give it a shot now. Alright, have a good one, guys.